Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Before we get into this video, everything I say is not motherfucking fact in this bitch, so don't take it as such.
Girls can't take my motherfucking mouth, bitch. My mouth is real, it is raw, it is raunchy, bitch. I'm gonna give the girls exactly what the fuck they asked for. The girls is going to know my wrath. Trust me.
Welcome back, and so soon. I know I just gave you guys a Real Housewives of Potomac recap, but here we are recapping the Real Housewives of New Jersey because why not? I thought, why should I recap them? Because it's basically the same episode as last week, and it's not the same episode entirely. I just mean like the same storylines. Like, okay, and I know y'all gonna jump upon me per usual, Melissa fans, but I'm just saying, like, I know it takes two to tango, and that there are like both sides of this family feud that participate in this nonsense. So I get that Teresa is part of the chaos that goes on with this family bullshit, but enough of it. I feel like it's more so due to Melissa and Joe pushing this bullshit, and I'm really just tired of it. And I'm not trying to put everything upon looks, but I'm saying like Melissa could really be that girl, and she's really squandering it upon wasting it. Oh, squandering it upon wasting it. What the fuck? She's wasting it on Teresa for how many seasons? Like, goddamn, you would think you had a lesbian crush on her. Are you Strappiana too, girl? Now, I'm not judging. It's just giving Mariah Carey obsessed. Like, how many seasons? What happened to the ambitious Melissa Garga we saw recording the music and wanting to perform? Or can you, like I said in the last recap, how about a fitness line or something? Let's see something like that on the show. Fitness related something. You and Joe talking about Melissa. Oh, excuse me. Now I got you twisted up. You and Joe, Josephine, Josephiniana, talking about Teresa all season long in text messages not being replied to and not going to a wedding. I cannot do it. I will pull out. What am I gonna pull out? I'm gonna pull out my armpit hair, my edges, my eyelashes, and my eyebrows. Like, I really have had enough. I already know you Melissa fans think I'm a Teresa? Girl, what's going on? Charisse, I thought you left me alone on the Real Housewives of Potomac recap, and now you're following me to the Real House of New Jersey recap. Okay, so like I was saying, I know you Melissa fans think I'm a Teresa stan in this bitch, but it's quite the opposite. I'm not like not a fan of her. I am a fan, but let's not get it twisted. Like I said, I'm a Danielle Staub fan. So this is why you need to listen to the recaps. Well, you don't need to. It would just make more sense with the edits because, like you guys think, again, I'm a Teresa stan, and it's quite the opposite. I'm a Danielle Staub stan, as I said previously, time and time again, just a few minutes ago and in the last recap. But yeah, I just like proving points and like exposing the truth with the Bravo nonsense, because I feel like, I don't know, a lot of stuff that's been going on, they're not showing the truth, and I feel like, what's the point? Because it's a reality show, so like, why are we not seeing the real? It's almost like we're getting a version of a reality they want us to see for a particular reason. But like, what is that reason? That you really think about it. Like, you sit down, you take a breath, a breather, and you wonder, like, why are they giving it to us like this? Why are we getting this storyline and not seeing like the truth? Is it getting too conspiracy theorist Iana in here? Okay, let's get into these clips. And the first scene we have is Josephine and Lou, whatever, they getting into it or having dinner and talking about more of this wedding nonsense and who got invited and who didn't, whatever. What, girl?
I just found out Melissa's family that they're not invited to the wedding.
Melissa, can you please tell your sisters, your mom, your aunt to not tweet about me?
They don't tweet about you.
I've seen it, okay?
Show it to me. Then
okay.
you show it to me.
And
I don't tweet about
Melissa,
you ever. They say nothing but positive things.
Melissa, you can either say
ever.
Listen,
they would never.
Please
girls,
tell them not to get involved.
You
Teresa,
show it to
you
me
have
and
a
then I'll bring
problem.
it to them.
Okay. Listen to me. You have a problem. Let's solve the problem.
Okay.
You have a choice to either say, listen, I cannot control what my sisters or my mother do. If they tweet about you,
But they don't.
It's a lot of past bullshit.
No matter what happened between Melissa and Teresa, Melissa's family, the way they treated my parents, you got to give them respect.
I'm confused. Like, why does Melissa family, why do they need to be invited to Teresa's wedding? Like, what? I'm confused. Just because they were helping your parents, so you claim, what they got to do with Teresa? I mean, yeah, they her parents too, but it's her wedding. That ain't got nothing to do with Lewis. Why? I mean, and Teresa ain't friends with Melissa like that. So if Melissa, excuse me, not Melissa. If Teresa don't fuck with Melissa like that, why would she invite her sisters? Melissa's sisters, I'm talking about. What sense does that make? Like, 1 + 1 is equaling not the number it should be equaling with Joe equating it right now, because again, why would Melissa's in-laws or Melissa's sisters, this bitch got me twisted up in here. Get out of my face. My ass is so twisted up in here with these recycled, tired, and delayed storylines. I can't take it, but I do it for y'all. No, I'm playing. I do it because, like, I really do love The Real Housewives of New Jersey down, but the way in the direction it's gone, and I know we're only like 2 episodes in of this new season, but I'm just still like, come on, we're already starting off with this. Where's the luxury? Where's the glam? Where's the drama?
Your wife went publicly on social media this week to say that her kids wouldn't eat food if it wasn't for you and her.
We kept the core of this show going, or else it would have just turned into the show that she had for 3 episodes, which was like the Teresa Went to Prison show, which Joe Giudice did on his own.
You're being too nice, honey.
I'm trying to be nice.
Well, you're being nice. How about thank you? Because when she's in prison, Joe wasn't working at all either. So they had no income.
Right.
If we weren't on the show, their kids would not still be living in that house and have food and have whatever they had. How about
also
thank you?
Joe needed to make money on that show, and he needed someone to film with. And here we were that jumped in. So that Teresa Went to Prison show was able to be made because he had us to bounce off of and someone to talk to on it. And
why did you promise not to talk about the Giudices, only to go on Melissa's podcast to do just that? Do you really believe your nieces would have been homeless and not have food if it wasn't for you?
It's just that we have a lot of memories, even if we're not close. When you were away, I was the one helping your mother pick up your girls and bring them to dance. You remember that?
Well, I didn't mean homeless. What I meant was we kept the show going.
Okay.
Because, you know, we went through a downfall, right?
Okay. Other people pointed out, though, that we did shut production for a while until Teresa came out.
Correct.
My family came on the show behind my back, and that was the worst thing like that I could have ever happened to me. Because that's why I don't speak to Kathy anymore, because I'll never speak to her or Rosie ever again, because I don't want family like that. But my brother and Melissa, for my parents, of course, I forgave them, and it is what it is. It's the truth.
It's like Teresa said to me one time, she goes, I've been through a lot in my life, and I've been through a lot.
Yeah.
One of the things that hurt me the most in my whole life, besides losing my mom, was my family coming on the show behind my back.
Was fame more important than family?
Okay, because I respect your question.
That fame is a devil, and it makes you forget who you are.
Are you saying that that's me?
Yes, he said it about you in an interview.
Do you think the fame got to her head?
Yeah, that's what you sound like you're saying.
First of all, I'm going to tell you all right now that the getting on behind the back thing is 100% false and untrue.
I get a phone call a week before season 3 was filming. Okay. Teresa calls me because I was her producer season 2.
Okay.
She said, oh my gosh, I just learned that my sister-in-law and my brother are cast members on this show. I did not know that until now.
True or not true, Teresa had no idea you were coming on the show.
Untrue. They inboxed me to interview her and I, which, by the way, they inbox all of my friends still right now looking for.
But all my friends, as soon as they get inboxed, they say.
Yeah, but you and I were not friends at all.
She had no idea.
And this is before
This is a week before filming we're supposed to commence.
This is before the famous other baptism.
Yes.
Which was Joe and Melissa's son's baptism.
Exactly.
Okay.
So she had no idea. She called me, freaking out. What should I do? I don't know, Carla. This is crazy. That's my family. I don't want to fight with my family. She was freaking out.
Because she knew that the show required fighting at this point?
Well, I think she knew that at that time they probably weren't at the best place.
Oh.
But so when she said she was blindsided, what I can say to you is the truth that I know.
I do believe she was blindsided.
She had no idea.
That part I do believe she was blindsided.
She had no idea. She found out because they finally revealed to her, not they, the producers, that your sister-in-law and your brother on the show, you have to go to this
christening.
Yeah.
And we're going to be there with
which is the
cameras.
first day of filming. That's how she found out.
Second of all, because the show was The Real Housewives of New Jersey, and when they approached me to join, I took an opportunity. I auditioned. I took an opportunity just like every other girl on this couch and on our show, and like the Manzos and Jacqueline. And you can't let anyone tell you what to do or claim you. You have to live for you. You have to take, and I didn't come on to argue with anybody. So the truth is, you have to, if an opportunity comes your way, no one owns The Real Housewives of New Jersey, okay? We're gonna take an opportunity just like every single other person in this whole Jacob Javits Center did. So I'm not gonna let anybody stop us from something. And we did really make a decision together as a family. And Teresa 100% knew that we were getting on this show. It was never behind her back.
Actually, another producer told me this. They were looking at that, like she doesn't want to be around them. They're fighting on social media. She was feeding Danielle with stuff.
You're disgusting. You didn't even say congratulations. Your nephew? Did you? Yes, of course I did.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny because they don't get in my face.
Do not bring up my family! You
And I remember Melissa was scared about that at one point. She didn't want Danielle to come out with like what she had said to her.
I live with your nieces. They talk about it in the house.
Oh, of course. They're talking about one thing.
No, they talk about a lot of things.
You don't know, bro.
Shame on
stick
you.
with your sister.
I'm not sticking with scum like you.
Joe, that wasn't right.
I don't care. She's scum. And I'm gonna call you scum.
You know what? I'm out of here.
Hello, it's me interrupting again in this bitch now. How many times do y'all have to be like hit in the face to now know that Teresa didn't know Melissa was coming on the show? Now you have Jacqueline saying it. Now you have a producer saying it. You have Andy saying it. Like, do I need to come out of my phone, come out of my computer and smack you? Come on, Melissa fans, wake it on up. Let's just admit she came on the show behind her back because she wanted an opportunity. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just be honest. Just say, fuck it. Fuck it. I didn't give a fuck. I just wanted to come on the show. I didn't care about Teresa. I just wanted a bag. And that's just really what it was. Just own up to it and be that bitch. And I feel like most people would just like you more if you would just take accountability. How about that? But we're going to still keep playing the charades of, like, whatever's going on that the producers want to show us to protect Melissa and Joe. And I know it may seem like I have this vendetta to eat them up, but no, it's like, why is the producers always protecting them? Like, is Joe hunting upon one of them? And I'm not trying to be funny, but it's like, what's really tea? He. Andy? Andy Cohen, do you have something you need to tell me? Is there something you have? Like, does Joe have something on you? Like, what's really going on? And, like, for real, though, because every time we see the storyline of Teresa and Joe, I feel like we see the negative of Teresa and it's painted positively for Joe and Melissa. Just in my opinion, but let's get back into the show.
You've been here 1 minute.
Joe, I've been in your sister's life for almost 2 years.
Just be quiet, all right?
Be quiet? You could, Joe.
You should be embarrassed to even bring that up.
I am not embarrassed.
You are. You should be.
You're on a podcast talking about your sister.
Why would you put out there in the public that you were there for my daughters, especially when it's not true?
Tough guy. You. Don't talk to me like that.
Take it easy. What are you doing? Seriously.
No, you.
Joe, you can't say
you. You're not a man, bro. You're a fucking pussy. You know why?
So let's not.
No.
Are you saying about
Are you?
All this for what? Like, all this for what? I told y'all what I told y'all in the last recap. Does Joe have something he wants to tell us? Are you wanting to hunch upon your sister? Was there a flower in the attic type tingiana that went on Iana? Allegedly on Iana? Because what the fuck? Excuse my mouth, but it's just getting real ridiculous in here at this point because I'm really trying to understand why you are turning up upon your sister's fiance over your in-laws not being invited to the wedding. Mind you, they don't have a relationship with Teresa like that. Mind you, your wife don't even have a relationship with Teresa like that. So why would her in-laws, why would her sisters be invited? And then you on here lying, talking about you did this and that for the daughters, and they talking about that's not what happened as I played the clip. So don't y'all be in the comments talking about, I didn't see that. Yeah, one of the daughters said, roll it back, because y'all love to play blind in this bitch. And I'm making the joke because I can, as I have 4 eyes in this hoe. Not literally, I have glasses. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, you bitches love seeing what y'all want to see and ignoring what y'all want to ignore. But don't ignore that. So again, I'm just trying to see, will Bravo stop protecting the Gorgas and really just start eating them up with the film of them lying and just start, just, like I said, eating them up, because I'm sick of seeing this sour-ass, tired and delayed storyline of them riding upon Teresa's nanny for another season. Now, let's get into Josephine having his bitch fits, because he's been having them for a while now.
Your balls. Go ahead. Right now.
Not listening.
Go get it.
My building.
I paid
The
loser.
The state paid you.
4 years.
The state
You had
paid you.
nowhere to live, and I gave
No,
you
the
house.
state paid. Paid. I paid you. You're saying I owe you for 4.5 years. Paid you. Paid
Can
you.
pay right now?
I got you.
Where you
I
going?
can't pay my
Pay
rent.
the
Unlike you. Get the here. I'm calling the cops.
It's been 4 years.
I owe you
Right
from
now.
January
Pay
till
right
now.
now.
How? With what?
Can you pay? Why?
With what?
What do you mean?
Why? Because I'm not like you. I
With
don't,
the
I don't
money
have
you sell
money. I got
drugs
nothing to worry about. Drugs? What drugs, Joe? Where?
You say you can
Where?
pay.
Where's the
Give me
drugs?
some money right
Look
now.
at the car I'm driving. It's falling apart. Drugs, you got.
Call me daddy.
Yeah. You what?
Because I've been just supporting you for 4.5 years.
No, you got paid.
You can't do this, man.
Hey, look. You like it?
Care.
You like being evicted?
Like what?
Who's this? The sheriff's officer?
Because you make
Is that the
things
sheriff's
up.
officer locking you out? You like it?
No,
You like it?
This is what happens when you don't pay your rent. Yeah? Sheriff's officer comes, locks you right out, changes your locks. Now they gotta get out, walk out. I won't show his face. And that's how it goes. Right, my brother? Yeah, no doubt. Gotta pay your rent. Gotta pay your rent. And you get locked the fuck out. Get new keys. Hasta la vista, baby.
I'm not putting you
on the
down.
family
I'm
and
not
brotherly
putting you
love.
down.
What's up?
You know what? My sister is not a sister. That's terrible.
No, she's his sister.
No, Louis, she's f***ing not.
Well, what's
she's
wrong?
Not. If you listen to that, you wouldn't say that.
Like, we can't hear anything.
Joe, honestly, we can't hear. So she's not. You know what? I quit this.
I'm not trying to put him down.
Well, you did just put him down. You're demeaning him by saying, what are you even doing here? And you're in the women's drama. Please go talk to him.
Josephiniana, you banging on tables and stuff, and I'm really trying to understand the reason why. You really would've... I'm really not trying to be salacious, but like I'm telling you, I think I'm a sidekick of some sort, because I'm getting some weird vibes from you, Josephine, that you really... And while I'm calling you Josephine, you just might be bisexual and ain't nothing wrong with it. We live for that. And you are a fine-ass man. I'm not taking that away from you. Yes, you and your wife. If y'all ever want a third, invite me. But I'm saying, like, you give me the vibes that you want to not have me in the bedroom, but you would rather have your sister. And that ain't right. Well, in my opinion, it ain't right. Okay. I don't know what y'all into, but not over here. I just want to get rid of the storyline. I'm sick of seeing the Josephine, like I told you guys earlier, just a few minutes ago, riding upon his sister's storyline. I know you guys are family, but we don't have to be reminded of it every second, you know? Okay? And then moving on to the Grand High Witch we call Margaret, Miss Trenchbow from Matilda. Okay? No, but for real, I'm sick of Margaret's old ass because she's playing these these young ass games with her old ass. And I'm not trying to age shame. I'm just saying, like, enough is enough. You need to be like the older ladies on The Real Housewives of New York. Those were my girls because while they had the antics and the shenanigans, they weren't like digging up dirt on people, I feel like. They just, I don't know. For their age range, it was just too above them or beneath them. Excuse me. Yes, it was beneath them. And it should be beneath you, Marge. This is childish. And instead, you have Bravo protecting your old ass and you being a goddamn hypocrite any chance you get. Because, I mean, you're talking about people talking about rumors on you, but you were doing the same thing to Teresa, right?
I found out Jennifer and Teresa met with an ex-friend of mine digging for info about me.
It was week after week, me hearing something negative about him. And it was all coming from you.
Now she's in the love bubble. Did you ever talk about Louis stuff with her?
No, she doesn't want to talk about it because she feels all of this is happening because of who she is. And she's so happy.
Listen, she is so happy. But what about allegations of abuse?
If you're concerned, there's a different way to go about it. You know, it's just like not constantly every week something new coming out. And it's like you're trying to shame us. You're trying to shame Louis. So if you're trying to shame Louis, then obviously you're trying to shame me too. You're hurting us. Because I'm telling you to stop. I don't care about his past. And we all have a past. I have a past.
Right.
No, I have a past. Like Louis could have judged me. Oh, right. No, and he didn't. You know, his family could have judged me. And they didn't, they got to know the person. So that's all I kept saying is like, I focused on how he treated me, how he is with me, I'm not going to judge him on his past. Like that's, when you evolve in relationships. Like I know I'm probably a different person than I was with my ex. Now that I'm with Louis.
Last we heard you were having some drama with Teresa. Teresa was blaming you for Louis' gossip that was kind of...
Yes.
Were you leaking the gossip?
No, I was not leaking the gossip at all.
But you and the other ladies were talking about it.
Yeah, you know what? When things are out on social media and out there, of course, we discuss it. And it was out there everywhere, so of course, we discussed it.
Yes,
I'm not going to talk about it. You're trying to flex so no one talks about Louis.
Let's talk about Louis.
I don't want to talk about Louis. You would have said, this is hurting me. Or like,
I did. I'm not happy about you talking about Louis. If you did have a concern, you should have came to me from the beginning.
Yeah, so I know goddamn Teresa is not a saint, and I know most of the girls aren't a saint as they brought up Danielle's past I'm bringing up Danielle, my girl, the OG, the grande dame of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Yeah, when they brought up her past, bringing up the cop without a badge and slamming the book upon the table and making Teresa flip the table, prostitution, whore type things. Yeah, so I know this is nothing new to them of bringing up people's backgrounds, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just getting really like the hypocrisy of it all is just really weird to me. And then the editors protecting them. But I guess that's every franchise on Bravo at this point. For whatever reason, they protect who they want to protect, and then they throw whoever they want to the wayside away. Particularly, I don't like how y'all do the older housewives as well. Can we get into how y'all do Vicky? Now y'all brought her back now that y'all saw how the fans reacted to y'all treating her sour. What was up with that? Then y'all say something about like y'all didn't like seeing the way she looked on camera, so that's why y'all got rid of her. And then y'all got rid of Nene, and I know y'all gonna jump upon me talking about she did it to herself. I feel like something else may have went on, because if y'all talking about she got a $20 million settlement, well, let me get a $20 million Trump check. What really happened in this bitch? And then y'all have, let's not do too much, like y'all did an insult to the Real Housewives of New York, turning it into the Real Housewives of New York Legacy. What is that? Y'all might as well just call it the Real Housewives of New York Grand Dames, the Real Housewives of New York Old LG or something like that, because that's what y'all are labeling them. And then having the new girls come in. I mean, yeah, I'm here for the new girls, but it's like, damn. Y'all done gave the old girls an old name and putting them on Peacock. and just doing them sour. We didn't even get a goodbye for some of them that, you know, we've seen on TV for years. What the fuck? Y'all are just doing people real sour. You know what? I was going to say something real crazy to Andrew, Mr. Cohen, but you know what? I'm going to keep my mouth shut because I'm trying to get on the screener list so I can have some exclusives over here so I can start, you know, being biased and start changing my content so y'all can really start. No, I'm playing. But I just want to end it here and thank you guys for watching this recap. It was a bit chaotic, but, you know, it wouldn't be me without being chaotic. I appreciate you guys for liking, listening, and commenting and just being a part of the Wiggy Anna family. And yeah.